Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to A Tea with Li. Today, with a great honor and pleasure, we are having Li Shifeng from Spain to share with us her great story on Wushu training. How and why do you choose Wushu as your hobby and profession? Please, Li, you are on the stage.
Okay, hi everyone. I started practicing Wushu. I started as a child practicing karate, but when I was a teenager, I just got tired of it because I saw Bruce Lee doing so much cool movements, you know, and I got into Bruce Lee's story and movies and started to discover his philosophy and the way he practiced martial arts and the way he taught martial arts and how he inspired and always strive to be better himself, to be better for others, as a teacher, as a martial artist, as everything. So I got really, really inspired by him. Because I was also, when I was a teenager, I was having like kind of an existential crisis. Like I didn't know what I was like all the time. Like, what is the meaning of life? I don't find meaning in life. So I wanted to bring some meaning to my life and to be of service. Also, I wanted to believe in myself, to be better, and to help other people. So I just by seeing Bruce Lee, I found like a calling and started watching his movies all the time. And there was one of them, Enter the Dragon, I think, where there's a moment where he teaches something about pointing to the moon and don't think, don't think about the finger because you will miss the heavenly glory. So that's when I realized, okay, so it's not just about cool moves, it's the work you put there and the philosophy that is around and how it affects everything and is affected by everything. So there was another scene with a Shaolin monk, supposedly. Was an actor, of course, but he was representing a Shaolin. So I was just like called by that. Suddenly I took that name, Shaolin. So I went to my computer, YouTube, Shaolin, and started watching monks' videos and everything. And I said, wow, this has the martial part and the philosophical part. So I just fell in love with that and started practicing with videos, like doing Pubu. I remember Pubu was horrible at the beginning. And started looking for schools in my city. I found 2 schools. I trained there for a bit. I learned a lot, but sadly our values were different. So I went on looking for what I was like really looking for, which was Xinyiba, because I was always like fascinated by Xinyiba, by the videos I saw. And yeah, I just started looking for that. I didn't find anything at the beginning, so I just decided to train by myself for 2 or 3 years, training my basics, like deeply training just basics, developing a good route, and then go to Shaolin, get I wanted masters to see me, to correct me, and see my Kung Fu, tell me this is what you do wrong, this is what you do right, this is what you can learn. So I wanted to get corrected and learn. So I went to Shaolin and I learned a lot there, met wonderful people, wonderful masters, and I learned a lot, made a lot of good friends, and came back here. And I was still thinking about Xinyiba all the time. I wanted to learn Xinyiba because I asked in the Shaolin temple, but they didn't want to teach it. I understand because I'm an outsider, so I understand. There are some things they don't want to teach in 2 months to someone, because I was there for 2 months. So I came back and I keep watching videos, and I found Shifu Hu, who you interviewed the other day.
Hu Zhengsheng.
Yeah. And I saw his videos, and I started to practice what he was teaching by myself. And then one day I found his contact and contacted him and sent him what I was learning. And I think he's very happy when people outside China really have an interest, an honest interest in those teachings. He really appreciates it, and I think that made him happy that someone else was out there getting his knowledge and wanting to put it in practice and develop it and get better at something with it. So then he came to Spain to give a seminar, and I learned a little bit more from him there. And I was just so inside Xinyiba and started, he gave me contact to his students, and I started to talk to his students, and they send me videos, I send them videos, and we're constantly learning from each other. So yeah, I don't know what was the question, but I found myself
perfect.
here.
You perfect expressed your story on how and why you choose, Wushu as your hobby and profession. Wonderful story. Yeah, for many of us, we started from watching Bruce Lee's movie, but later we followed his path to be a martial artist. And as you mentioned, maybe later, after years training, we can be what Bruce Lee expressed to be a martial arts philosopher, right? As you mentioned, he said, it's just like the pointing finger to the moon. If you keep watching the finger, you will lose the heavenly glory. And so what you mentioned Bruce Lee, so what kind of quote from Bruce Lee you like, the best? Maybe quite many. Can you choose some and share with us?
I would choose always, I think it was like, always express yourself, be yourself, and have faith in yourself. Yeah, I think it's something like that, but I think that sums, like, at least in my point of view, my experience in life, it's like something that gives me strength, and I like to remember. To express oneself, to believe in oneself.
I think this your answer already answered another question. What does Wushu mean to you? Right? Yeah. Just express yourself. Bruce Lee used to say, people asked Bruce Lee, what does Kung Fu mean to you? Bruce Lee said, Kung Fu means honestly expressing yourself. Right? Yes. So, and cool. And so on your way of training, so how many years you have been practiced, and for how long time you practice every day?
I've been practicing for 12 years. I think it's going to be, or it's already 12 years, Wushu, Kung Fu. And every day I train at least 1 hour. I used to train more, but now with work, it's kind of difficult. I also bought a house, so time is a difficult thing to deal with. But still, I can manage to take 1 hour each day, at least. And if I can do 2-3 hours, would be great. On weekends, I can get more time. On weekends, I can enjoy.
So on your way of training, what kind of mistakes you made? Or if there was no mistakes, what makes you so great in your practice and your performance?
I wouldn't think I am great, but like, I would like to quote my friend Chen, who will probably watch this video later. He always says, like, there are no mistakes, there are lessons. That's it. I mean, we all made mistakes, which are lessons actually.
Yeah.
I think there's no particular mistake I can remember. Like always there's mistakes, like in a technique, you do mistakes. But I think I would say my biggest mistake was to believe. There was a point in my journey where I believed that my Kung Fu was dependent on a place or a community, which is enriching and I value a lot, but that's not your Kung Fu. I had another teacher, Xingyi Chuan. He told me, your Kung Fu is yours. It's what you do. No one can take that away from you. So if you have to leave a place, if you have to move out to another city, whatever, you cannot lose your Kung Fu. Your Kung Fu is how you practice, how you deal with yourself, with your life. So that's the only mistake I would tell people not to do, which I don't know if one can choose to believe or not believe this. But yeah, I don't think your Kung Fu depends on a place or one person. Your teacher is your guide, but you can have a good teacher and be a bad practitioner. And the other way around too. You can have a bad teacher and be a good practitioner. So your teacher is your guide, but the Kung Fu you develop, it depends on your practice. You have to practice. You have to be constant. You have to put effort. You have to be honest in your practice. You're humble in your practice. If you are not humble, you will not progress.
Yeah.
Because when you are humble, you realize what you're doing wrong, and then you have this ability to say, okay, I can do it better. Let me correct myself. I can do it better.
Yeah. And so you mentioned that when the players, they have good teacher, maybe they still can be the bad player because they don't really pay attention on their training. But you mentioned another way, which is interesting, is a bad teacher. How a bad teacher can make a student good?
Because I don't think the teacher makes someone good. You make yourself good with a guide.
Okay.
Okay. If you have a bad guide
to lead you, maybe will be lead you in the wrong path.
Yeah, lead. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Then that's difficult. You have to be very honest and very humble to not follow the bad path. But it still depends on you. Your growth is going to depend on you. You cannot blame your teacher because it's not his fault that you are choosing. You choose. He can lead you, he can guide you, but the ultimate choice is yours.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility.
Your responsibility to take care of yourself, no matter whom you are learning or practicing with.
I think that way.
Yeah.
You have to respect and appreciate your teacher, but sometimes people are not perfect. Sometimes you will find a teacher that is whatever, and it tries to lead you to a place you don't want to be or you don't want to go, which is not good for you or not good for others. And you have to be responsible enough to say, no, thank you. You helped me with this, but this is not my journey. My journey is another one, and it's here, and I know it. Thank you for everything you taught me, but I want this other thing. I want this other path.
Yeah, sure. And thank you for sharing your opinion on how to make yourself better and in a proper way by always adjusting the way you are working on. So where are you located right now? And how is the situation of Wushu over there? I mean, maybe in your city, as you mentioned in the beginning, you started with karate. And how the Wushu culture and the training over there in your city, in your place?
Well, I live near Madrid in Spain. Madrid is the capital city,
Yeah.
but it's also a community of other towns and cities around Madrid. So I live on the north, in a town. It's called Colmenar Viejo. We don't have wushu or kungfu schools here. I am the first one, I think. At least right now, I am the only one. People don't know very much about wushu kung fu, or they think that is what you see in the movies. It's just fancy moves and everything. That's the image they have about Shaolin kung fu. But in Madrid, there's a lot of schools. There's a lot of good schools, a lot of good teachers. And if you live in the city, you are up for some good teachers there. I think Madrid is one of the cities that have the best teachers in Europe.
In Europe?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
there are some places. There are Germany, I think they have also very good Shaolin schools. I would say Switzerland, they have great teachers there too. Italy, they have also good teachers. Lithuania, of course, with Thomas. And Spain is also a place that you have good teachers. Yeah.
Sure, and
a nice level teachers. I mean,
yeah,
like
of course,
people who really are ready and prepared.
And if the wushu culture and the training are not so popular in your town, now you opened your own studio, and how you develop it? For many of the people like us, for example, we started to build our own studio or school, and we may face different situation financially, and also how to promote ourselves, and also how to teach properly. So it's like a startup for, you know, for quite many things. How you develop your let's say your studio or school?
Well, I have my studio in my house. I just bought a house that was previously it was not a house, it was a building for a supermarket. So it's very big, has big ceilings, and there's a big room, and I just separated my house from that place. So that's something anybody can, not anybody, but probably most people, if they save money, they can buy a place or they can rent a place. But the thing I'm stuck right now, which if you keep working, I think you can get out of anything and progress in anything, is just letting people know you're here. And so they come, and so they see what this is, and if they like it, they stay, and if they don't like it, then move on to something else. I don't know how I could advise someone about this.
I mean,
just
what
follow
are
what
you doing? I mean, what are you doing? For example, you use some social media to promote, or you know, like the old school style, you print some of your information and give the people on the street, or you cooperate with some company or studios to help each other?
I work with a club here, Bushido club here. They do kenjutsu, they do karate here. So I work with them, and they help me, and I help them. And also, of course, social media nowadays, I think, is very important. It might not be the thing we like most to make all the time publicity and everything, because it takes a lot of time. It really takes a lot of time.
Of course.
But yeah, but it's what people nowadays are watching all the time. So if you want people to know it, you have to be there. And also, of course, printing. If you can print a cartel, publicity, and put it somewhere, that can help also a lot. Bus stops, when you take the bus, I think that's a good place. And whenever your town city hall allows you, because sometimes town city halls say you cannot put something here, and that it is what it is. You just do what you can do.
Cool. And the last question is, look, so when you mentioned that in the very beginning you started to practice karate, and later you found, in a sort of way, you watched the Bruce Lee movie and you dive into what Bruce Lee used to do with in that movie, which is the Shaolin Kung Fu, the philosophy. And so many people also training like Shaolin Kung Fu. So why do you specifically are Li and Xinyi Ba?
I think because what I see in Xinyiba is that it's about principles, and those principles you can extrapolate to everything. You can extrapolate to basketball, to dance, to boxing, to karate. You can extrapolate them because they are about efficient movement, okay? They are about controlling your body, expressing with your body, about harmonizing moves with the mind, body and mind. And that's just like the essence. I think that's the essence of everything.
But
So
what a specifically principle you may use in everything?
六合.
Okay, 六合, you mean 6 harmonies.
Yeah. And of
Okay.
course, yin yang. I would use yin yang too, because yin yang
Yin
is very
yang.
important too. Yes.
So look, so yin yang and 六合, they are, so all the martial arts, I think they are taking this theory and practical path. So if you can narrow the door, so specifically, for example, eye training may be like the other style, like Taiji, or as you mentioned, Xingyi. So why, or in Shaolin they have different routines as well, right? Qi Xing Quan, Xiao Hong Quan, Da Hong Quan, blah blah, so many hundreds. So
yes.
Why you choose Xinyiba? So what is the difference between Xinyiba and the other routines or style or doors in Shaolin?
Because Xinyiba is not a routine. You can use Xinyiba in those routines because it's a couple of. I'm not an expert. You would have to talk to Shifu Hu for this, or my fellow students and instructors. But Xinyiba is a way you practice, a way you harmonize your mind and your body together. And you can do that in Xiaohongquan, Dahongquan, Luohongquan, in everything. So, I mean, I know practicing the principles of Xinyiba, you have to be very good at the beginning at Shaolin or have a big root and base in Wushu. So you can, after you control your body, you can learn to integrate with your mind and with all these opposite forces. Because we all say, yeah, every style, they have these principles, but not every style really in practice, take the time to practice them. They say, yes, we have this, but when they practice, they don't use them. It's just like it's part of the tradition, but they don't give it as much attention as they do in Xinyiba, for example.
All right, if Xinyiba is not a 套路, not a routine, and it's the way how you practice it. If you use a very short word to describe, to express to us or to your following students, so what you will say, Xinyiba, to sum it up?
In one word.
Not only one word. You can use a few words. For example, like we say, I used to ask a master. So what is, if you use one word to define the secret of Shaolin, not secret, let's say, to describe the character of Shaolin, he said, 滚, 滚, in China, 滚, like get out. It's a bad word, but 滚 also 少林拳打卧牛之地，滚出滚入。You know, fist punch a space which a cow lie down, rolling in, rolling out. So 滚 rolling out, get rolling out, rolling in. So for Taiji, another grandmaster used to say, 太极是膨劲动作走螺旋 which means Taiji based on warding off energy, and all the movements are in rolling. So this, you know, kind of to let the people catch what you would like to deliver the message to them, 心意吧。
Okay, I'm gonna repeat. I'm not an expert, and you would have to ask Shifuhu.
We
Okay,
are,
but
by
yeah.
your own understanding. So
okay, by
what
my
it will be,
understanding,
yeah.
I would say it's the harmonize between the inside world and your outside world, like the harmony between your sin, your spirit, your will. Well, I will say this, the harmony with your mind and intent, and I would say, and also with your body. I would say is the harmony between your whole being, like you being in unity inside and outside.
So
I would describe it like that.
So 心意吧 is like the harmony of your body and mind.
Yeah.
Something like this.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Like it's more like there's more, but yeah, to summarize, it would say, I would say is your body and mind as one. And
yeah.
also with heaven and earth, I would say. Like you are one with everything. You're not an individual who is practicing Kung Fu. You are a mind and a heart and a body, and you are connected to the heavens and the earth, and you're just an expression of nature and a unity.
Sure.
For me.
Oh, okay. So Master Hu used to say, so what is 心意把? 心意把 is 由心意把持的动作. So all the movements, so 心意把 is the movements which are led by your intention and attention. So your movements is your, you know, physical part, your body, right?
Yeah.
And your practical way. And your intention and attention is your mindfulness. So
yes,
this is
like,
what he said. So the forms led by your attention, intention, and attention. This is literally translation by what he is saying.
Oh, because I saw his video, but I don't speak very good Chinese, so I was like,
sure. And I just so I will write down the Chinese word and also the what I am thinking on it. Maybe you can find the better translation, or maybe you can, you know, use your Spanish to deliver to many guys. I will confirm with the Master Hu again. So what is 心意吧? In just a short word to let people, okay, know, and people like a quote, you know, and something like this. It will, you know, make the mental memory and maybe physical memory, because it's catch up, and it's very catchy. Yeah, so cool. And once again, so mostly what you are teaching right now?
I am teaching basic Shaolin, like routines that we all learn in Shaolin. Yang Huan Quan, Dong Bei Quan, Xiao Hun Quan. Like I have a Shaolin program, but I put a lot of emphasis in what I've been taught by Xinyiba, by Shifu and his instructors. And I work with them a lot with being aware of themselves. Here practicing yin yang, their liuhe, sanye, the xi shao. I put a lot of emphasis in awareness while practicing, and in expression of force, Fali. I make them do a lot of exercises about Fali. And yeah, a lot of basically emphasizing in principles. Of course, we practice Qigong and we do Mabu Gongpu, physicality. But I also like to work a lot with them, like in harmonizing the awareness, the attention, the focus from inside to the outside.
Cool. All right. Okay, guys, and so this is our story with Li Shifeng Kungfu, and mostly she is very into Xinyiba specific, particularly, and also she is teaching the basic Shaolin and the different routines. So if any of you who are interested in training with her, welcome. I will put her contacts, the social media below. And once again, muchas gracias, right? I still remember a little bit Spanish.
You're welcome. Very good.
Muchas gracias for for your great story and clearly understanding by your own way about how you teach, how to be taught, and also the what you are training. And for any of you, I hope you had a nice time with us. And I'm looking forward to share with you more detailed later on. And so hasta luego is right, is goodbye.
Yes, very good.
Okay.
Like, see you later. Yes.
Okay. 悄悄再见。
Ciao. 再见。